Guns in America.
New survey out this morning about you and your weapons. Yeah, reforming gun policy is among the least pressing priorities for the Trump administration and the U.S. Congress, though partisans disagree fervently on this question, all according to a new survey released by the Pew Research Center. Yeah, in this poll of U.S. adults conducted in mid-January, 46% said that gun policy should be a top priority, the third lowest rating issue out of the list of 18 agenda items that were surveyed by the Pew folks there at the Pew Research Center. 66% of Democrats specifically indicate that gun policy should be a top priority, making it the sixth most important agenda item, after issues such as health care, education, and the environment. Now, by contrast, 25% of Republicans felt the same way, producing a partisan gap of 41 percentage points, one of the wildest swings in this survey ever on this issue. Yeah, the largest partisan gap on the single issue resulted from climate change, where Democrats and Republicans disagree in a margin of 57 percentage points. Just on polar opposites, if you will. One's in Antarctica, one is in the Saharan Desert. Now, their differences in the approach towards gun policy don't necessarily break down along, common expectations. Modern gun violence prevention movement is led by, in large part, by a coalition of kids, student activists, many of whom were spurred into action after the March for Our Lives group coalesced from, the shooting at Parkland High School. Now, according to the Pew survey, 53% of Americans over the ages of 65 believe that gun policy should be a top priority, and 12 percentage points higher than the share of Americans ages 18 to 29 who thinks the same thing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate the words mental health aren't in there. They're still not getting it, are they?
Well, young people were more vocal advocates than older counterparts on this issue, like the economy, jobs, education, and climate change. They say gun policy earns the starkest statistical divide of any of the 18 policy issues when broken down along gender lines. 56% share. Women want gun policy to be a top priority at a rate of 20 percentage points higher than men. It's what women want.
Well,
it's not what the men want. Now, on every other issue that, divided between genders was less substantial. So there you go. I got this story on the Todd and Don Show Facebook page.
I wish the top issue in there was going to be mental health. I wish that's what we were hearing, but we're still not there because people are still terrified of it and not sure where to go with it.
Now, the gender divide on guns is well documented and has been a subject of the Pew study in the past. Now, Pew reported in 2017 that 60% of U.S. gun owners were men. Well, almost 40% of men in America own a gun, compared to 22% of women.
Although I feel just observing around me, people I know, women I know, that I think that number's probably on the rise. It seems like more and more women are they're packing.
Jump in here at 512-836-0590.
The Todd and Don Show.